Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. First down for this offense. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
It's now third down.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Scanning the field, it's Everett. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line.
Will take over. First and 10.
First down here for the offense. Back to the ground game on the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put 1 mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown. This D gave them exactly what they needed. Not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
First and 10.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Quick pass on the fly motion. Looking for room at the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. The give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Right back to the well. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Afterburner's coming. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
So after that pick 6 on the opening drive, a chance here to get a touchdown of their own. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. A first down run on the doorstep. Bowles his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Number 22.
The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
And he tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. First down here for the offense. To the ground with the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to pass. It's Everett. It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
picks up.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Across the 15. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
At the 26.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He wants to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Back to throw, it's Everett. He makes the connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Got it. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the option. Now the pitch. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's in for the touchdown. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Quarterback checking off. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. The play action fake. Steps away to find some room. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Everett. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback, but 2, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up. And this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there in the Grove. They're up by a field goal over USC. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Now they'll run it to the right here. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
To the air, it's Everett. Finds his man down the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
No gain on 1st down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They're setting up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. He's going to pass. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete.
It leads to second down.
After misfiring, it's second down.
29 Philly, 2-0 alert.
On the move. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs.
Arrow. Ready, go.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Okay, ready.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Got his man quickly. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
This is a money play on 3rd and goal.
Clear. Clear.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout by the offense.
Ready up.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal.
Easy.
The back goes in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
What a third. This defense, 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4.
Timber.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Everett. Lets it fly. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Looking for space. It's Young. Gives him a little more breathing room. A 3-yard gain out to the 7.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Little touch pass to the receiver. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. With jet sweep pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Brown will throw it. Looking deep down the right side. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Makes a move. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he's running in the open. The 30. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 1st down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
Brown wants to pass. Pressure coming. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. He's in for the score. Touchdown.
Number 8.
On on to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff.
Set to kickoff.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
First and 10.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Going to the run to start this second half. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
They'll try to get outside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right.
He's off to the races. The 40. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They'll run it. It's Young. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Running back searching for a hole. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down as a 2.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. He'll ride his man on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this is an individual decision. Third quarter, got an opportunity to go by more than a touchdown. A lot of people take the field goal here, but more and more the aggressiveness wins. I'm in a good spot, 4th and goal. It's not a long way to go. Do I want to go for the touchdown?
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Hey, you feel pretty good about a quarterback sneak most of the time. Such a short yardage play. I just got to find a little crease and get through it. But this defense was more than ready for it. Built that wall up front. Nowhere to go.
Had nowhere to go. Couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field. Put the pressure on him. Got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Toss sweep to the right. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dale, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Touch pass on the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Offense gets set for second down. Looking for space. It's Young. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on second down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Quick pass on the jet motion. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
From the gun, the running back has it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Defense dropping into soft coverage. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Brown will throw it. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete on third down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this third down. It could come back to bite.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. A fair catch called for and made. Offense set on first down. Quick strike complete. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Trying to get behind the defense. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him
going over the top. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll power it inside with the fullback. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a first down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes, just hit you in the mouth. And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know what, this area of the field, it's real.
And he's got a touchdown. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Green 25.
Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He makes it into the end zone for the 2, but there is a penalty flag where they often call holding. Here comes the 2-point try. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
First and 10.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's got it. They stay aggressive and push their way out through the 33, and it's first down. New set of downs after that completion.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Going up top on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Trying to get to it. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down.
For the offense.
Looking to throw, it's Everett. They're trying to get to it. He's got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Finds his man. It's Harris. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, hats off to this defense and their ability to shut this guy down. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football. That was only his 2nd catch of the game.
He'll take a shot. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. 2nd and 7 from the 15. They feed him again. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. On the move at the 30. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Finish line for the touchdown. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. On first down, here comes this offense. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On second down, he'll fire. Wide open downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Trying to find his man on first down. He's got the tight end. And is slipped out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought... Defense gets the ball back for its own.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
On the set.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Looking to go up top on first down. He's got it. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.